Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Friday, March 1st, 2024 and this is FlossTube number 120. If you are new here, this is a channel about stitching. I originally started my channel about cross stitch, but I do quilt and crochet on occasion, and in the next year you've seen a little bit of everything every now and then, but you'll be seeing a little bit more of quilting, and especially English paper piecing coming up soon. I've been doing a lot of that, so you'll be seeing some of that in the next couple of weeks and probably for a good while, just because cross stitch has my method has changed a little bit, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But anyway, if you're new here, thank you so much. If you like what you see, I hope I earn your subscription here on this channel. If you like what you see, I hope you stick around and just stay a little bit longer. I haven't been doing floss tubes as much as I normally do. I started out doing them once a week, and now I'm doing them once a month. So it's I'm a little out of practice, so please forgive me. Like I said, my stitching style has changed, and my stitching journey has changed. So and I'll talk about that toward the end of the video. So let's get into this. February WIPGO numbers called City of Love by Stitch Rovia and Enchanted Rachel by Teresa Gil Designs. So let's talk about City of Love. I'm going to try to pop a picture up here somewhere to show you guys. I don't have it in my book and I forgot to print it out, and I have gotten up 10 times getting things I've forgotten to grab, so I'm not doing it again. Now, my goal wasn't quite met for this. I don't really have set in stone goals, but when I pick up a piece, I kind of set myself a goal. But here's what I've gotten done. I'm going to see if I can pop a picture before this of what it looked like when I showed it to you last. But here it is. I was hoping to reach the tippy top of this, but I got totally and completely sidetracked. Sorry, my husband just texted me. So I was working my way up here, and for some reason I just started stitching this, and I finished most of this building right here. So let me fold this and show you exactly, because I'm working on this side right here. So my goal was to get up here at the top, and I didn't. I just started, I don't know why, I just started stitching all this. You can't see it too well. Now I'm using anchor threads. This chart I got out of a magazine, and let me set this down, and it was charted in anchor and DMC, and this was when Joann's and Michaels had come out with the anchor on the spools. So I decided to give them a shot. It was an experiment. How long have I been working on this, guys? 2 years? 2 years, I think. I don't like the spools. They're hard to store. They're a little cumbersome. They take up a lot of room in my bag. I know I wrap things on bobbins, but these are wrapped really, really tight, and the floss seems flat. I don't know. It seems like floss that's been stored for a very long time just kind of gets that flat feel to it. I don't know. I don't like the spools. I'm not saying I don't like anchor. I don't like the spools. I do have some skeins where I needed some extras, but anyway, so that's what I'm using. I'm using anchor floss. Now, there are some colors in anchor that are the same, whereas in DMC there are 2 different colors. So right here in this building, there's the top part and this bottom part is supposed to be 2 different DMCs, but they're actually charted in 1 color anchor. So there's supposed to be a subtle difference, but because I'm using anchor, there is not. So there you can see, it's all 1 color. So anyway, so I got a lot done. I don't count stitches on this because it is a paper chart. So, and I don't like to count stitches when I'm stitching with paper. But I'm pleased. Overall, I'm pleased with the amount that I got done. I got more done than I thought I would. Like I said, my goal was to get to the very top, but I still got a lot of stitching done. So I'm pleased. I'm pleased with what I got done. So that is number 1 for WIPGO. Okay, so the second WIPGO chart that was Enchanted Rachel. And again, I'll pop a picture here This is by Teresa Gil Design. I bought it off of her Instagram, but it's now on her Etsy page. And I'll try to remember to link that down below. And here's what I got done. And I'll pop a picture of what it looked like when I showed it to y'all last month. So what I love about her fancy lady designs is there are huge blocks of color, especially on this one. So what I was able to do is like all of this is one color, and I just basically did all of this. And these are all one color. I just picked this one color and stitched and stitched and stitched, and I got a lot done. Now this one, I do have a pattern keeper, even though there are beads and back stitching. I'm saving those for last. So I'm doing all the stitches, and then I'll do the beads and the back stitching later. So I am able to get quite a bit of stitching done. I forgot to write down how much I got done. I forgot my percentages. If I think about it, I'll put all that at the bottom. But I got a good bit done. So I'm really, really pleased at what I got done on this chart this go round. A lot done. Having the blocks of color really, really helps. Now, another thing that helped me, and this is kind of how I'm changing another evolving part of my stitching. You know, if you've been watching me, you know I started saying I don't want a lot of projects. Well, I'm kind of going back into that with using WIPGO. I'm focusing on 2 projects a month. Well, okay. I did stitch on my Quaker Stars, but y'all, I've misplaced it. Yeah. I stitch on the sofa, and this is part of my evolving stitching journey style. My stitching style has changed. I stitch on the sofa, and it's, you know, it's a 3-person sofa. My husband sits on one end, I sit on the other end, and in the middle is my stitching stuff. And I would have my case of all my DMC. So all of it on bobbins. It was my master set of DMC. And what I loved about that was that if I wanted to pick up a chart, whether it's a full coverage or a miniature chart or something, I could just grab some fabric, open up that case, and start stitching. I didn't have to kit anything up, nothing. And so that worked out perfect for me, for my stitching style at the time. A year ago, my oldest son and his wife gave us our first grandchild. They live with us. And so she is now pulling herself up, and that little case has a handle, and she grabs that handle and she pulls it toward her. And my fear is that all my little bobbins are going to go flying all over the place, all over the floor. And so I have been trying to figure out what I'm going to do to make it make it childproof. I have to childproof my home, and that includes my stitching. So I was watching Carla being crafty. Yes, Carla. And Carla, I was kind of catching up on some FlossTubes. So I was watching some older ones that I hadn't seen. And I went on her playlist, and she had a little, I think it was on one of her playlists, where she talked about how she organizes her floss for her full coverages. And I watched both of them. I think there were 2 videos, and I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this. So I have my master set of DMC. It's not on the sofa, but it's where I can easily access it. And what Carla did was she had things like this. Now you can get these on Amazon. I got these off of, I think, VIP Cross Stitch, which I do have a link below, but you can get them off of Amazon. They're not expensive. I think this little pack of 10 was like $6. They're little floss cards. So basically what I did and what Carla said she did is she goes through her DMC and she pulls out a strand. So a length, not a strand, a length of each color that's going to be in her chart, her full coverage chart. And she puts that in there, and then she puts that in her bag with her pattern, her fabric. And I thought, well, that is genius. So I did that with my Rachel, Enchanted Rachel. So here it is. Here's my little thing. So you see, it's not a lot. And so this is right here, the color that I used. this month when I stitched on it. So this is it. I mean, I just pulled out, and a lot of these, it was just, I had like one strand wrapped around that had maybe one length wrapped around that had maybe 1 or 2 strands missing. So it's not a lot, but it comes out of my master set. Now, will I be able to sit down and start something really, really quick like normal? Probably not. But I'm trying not to start anything new this year. trying hard. I'm trying to not have a bunch of projects stacked up in my room. So this is working out. This is really working out. I can keep this in my little bag with my Enchanted Rachel, with my fabric, and I can just have it next to me on the sofa. I don't have to worry about my master set getting pulled off and dumped all over the floor. So this is working out really, really good for me. And not only that, but it's in Pattern Keeper. So if I really wanted to, I could bring it with me and on a trip or something, and it's all there. So I'm liking this. I'm liking, this is a good, it's a happy medium for me. It's a happy medium, because when I would kit up my charts, you know, when I de-kitted all my charts and went with the method of having my master set, y'all, I had like 20 skeins of 310, because every chart that I had seemed to need a skein of 310. So because I wanted everything in there, I'd go out and buy new skeins of 310, and then, you know, sorry, my iron's getting hot. Have all these extra skeins of 310 in every kit, and it was expensive to do that. It was crazy expensive. Whereas this, it's just one strand. I don't worry about dye lots. I don't think they're that big of a difference in the dye lots, and so this is what I'm doing. So this is working out fabulously for me. So that's what I've been doing, and that's the charts for this month are not going to need that. So, but this is what I've been doing. So this is kind of an idea if you're looking for a simple way of not having to buy floss for every kit that you make, every chart that you kit up. This is kind of a neat way to do it. So thank you, Carla. Carla, I don't know if you still do it this way. I don't even know if you watch my channel. Hey, Carla. But thank you, Carla. I know you're using floss drops for some of your charts now that you're making. And if you haven't seen her floss drops that she's doing out of playing cards, they're so pretty. But anyway, but back then when she did this, it inspired me. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, March. March's numbers were called, and I was so excited when I saw these. In fact, when they were called, I checked them yesterday, which was Leap Day, and it was Long Dog Leap Day, and I was watching Crafty Emily. I think it's Crafty Emily, and she was showing her Long Dog Leap Day finished, and she finished her thing from last Leap Day, and she said what her plans are for this next 4 years, and I thought, I'm joining her on that. So, so you know what it is. You know what one of the numbers is, and that is pandemic. And I left my, what did I do with my little floss? Oh, I left my floss box. I see it over there. Okay. No, I didn't bring it. Oh well, pandemic. Hold on. I'm gonna see. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, pandemic. So this is what I'm using for my pandemic. This is a box of floss that my mom bought for me back in the 90s. It was one of every color DMC at the time. I think it's like 3 yards of each color. That's what I'm doing my pandemic in. So pandemic was one of the numbers called. And if you don't know what WIPGO is, it is Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And Jessie Marie, yeah, I'll link it down below. And so this is where I'm at on pandemic. All right. So what am I going to try to do this month? What I'm going to try to do is stitch up here. I have a little counting error right here somewhere. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to stitch. I'm going to stitch up. But I think what I'm going to do, no. Take that back. Y'all don't listen to me. What I'm going to do, I thought about this last night when I couldn't sleep. I am going to stitch to the tippy top on this side. I'm going to try to get at least all the way to the top. You can tell I don't have a lot left because I want to say I have a 3-inch margin right here. So if I can stitch to the very tippy top of this, at least to the corner, and go across at least with the border, then what I can do is I can go up and at least match it, and then I can begin the fudging process of this chart. Now, what is my leap year plan? So I'm not going to give you Crafty Emily's plans, but my goal is to finish this by next leap year. That would be 8 years that I have been working on this project. I'm giving myself 8 years. This is what I've done in 4. I'm giving myself 8 years to finish this project. So anyway, so this is it. This is my pandemic. That was one of the numbers that was called for WIPGO for April. And then the next one that was called is 'Tis the Season. This is by Blackbird Designs. This one, again, I don't need to put on a card because it is actually almost done. Almost done. So my goal for this month is to finish it. That's all I have left is the bird. Right here. That's it. Maybe a snowflake or 2. But I think I can finish this bird. I know if I sit down and really, really get at it, I can do this bird. So that's my goal. My goal is to finish it. I want to finish it this month. Yes, I do. So that gives me 14 days to finish it, 15 days to finish it. I think I can do it. I can do it. So anyway, those are my WIPGO calls for March. So that's what I have planned for March, is to get those done and hopefully meet those 2 goals. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do. I do want to work some more on my Quaker Stars as soon as I can find it. It's around here somewhere. I got a couple of packages in, so it's probably under a package that I have not opened up yet. But anyway, so that's my plan, is to do those, finish those are my goals. Those are my 2 goals for those 2 pieces. So anyway, that's it for stitching. Hopefully next week before baby comes, I will be able to get out a quilt tube to you guys. I have been doing a lot of quilting, a lot of sewing, a lot of hand sewing, and I just want to show you guys what I've been doing. But I want to do a separate video for those of you that are here for the quilting. That way you don't have to, if you're not here for the quilting, you don't have to watch the, you can end, but if you're here for the quilting, I don't want you to have to suffer through my FlossTube, I should say, that way. But anyway, so I will be putting out a quilt video hopefully next week. Baby comes next Thursday, so a week from yesterday we're gonna have a new baby in the house. Well, a new baby in the family. She's scheduled for her C-section Thursday morning, so we have all that done. Just waiting on the day to arrive, and then like I said, hopefully I'll get that video made on Wednesday and you get that uploaded for you guys. But that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for coming by today. I really, really appreciate it. This is my new quilt. If you haven't seen it, I did make a quilt top. I did make a video on it. Go back and watch it if you're interested in it. So I'm hoping to, I don't know if I'll have another quilt top done anytime soon, because I have been doing some different projects. And I do have one that I probably could finish, but that's talking quilting. Listen to me, I'm talking quilting now. But if you're interested in my quilting, this top is finished. But anyway, that's all I have. I can sit here and ramble a little bit more, but that's all I have for my stitching right now. No purchases. I did get a happy mail from Janet Jabber. Thank you, Janet, so much. I left it in the living room. She sent me a sweet little card with a skein of DMC floss. I really appreciate it, Janet. Thank you so much. If you don't know, if you don't follow Janet, or if you don't know, she does a little happy mail where She randomly picks a name and sends out Happy Mail, and I think I've been on her list for a couple of years now. So it was so sweet to just one day randomly get something in the mail. And thank you, Laura, Stitching by the Shore. She sent me a sweet Happy Spring Valentine's Day. I think it was Valentine's Day. Again, it's over there, but I don't feel like getting up and getting it again. So they're there. Thank you so much to you guys. That was so sweet to get these things in the mail. So very appreciated. But that's all I have for you right now. So I will see you guys next week if you want to see my quilt video, hopefully. And then I'm going to try to get one out maybe quarterly on crochet, because I don't crochet that often, but I do crochet some. So hopefully I'll get some out. And anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I will see you guys next week on my quilt video. If not, if you're just here for the cross stitch, I will see you April 1st. All right, bye-bye.